Hello everybody. Sorry for the a few delay with this live chat. We have today with us Mr. Andreas, CEO from Manaus-AQUARIUM. Uh, Thanks, Andreas, for accept the invite for this live chat. I hope you listen.
Yes. Hello, Hugo. Hello. Yes.
Okay.
Hello, Hugo.
So let's start um, with this question. Can you tell a little about yourself and about Manaus-AQUARIUM?
Yes. The start of MANAUS-AQUARIUM was in 1997. First, we was starting by import discus fish from Manaus, from Brazil, from Manaus. I think it was first from Ashab and Zagen Turkey's aquarium. We was importing fish and also catfish and for selling in Germany. And at this time, it is sometimes long ago, in 1997, by importing, we see some problems with the fish, with the wild caught catfish, with the discus fish. And so we are studying what has happened with the fish, what kind of disease they bring from the M to the aquarium inside.
I think we lost Andreas.
It is, you are online.
Yeah. Is all okay now? I think sometimes it stopped the image there in Germany. Hello? Hello, it's okay. I think internet there have some problems now. You listen me? Hello? Mr. Andreas? Hello? Yeah? We are listening. It's okay now. You can start. Hello? Hello? You listen me? It's everything okay there? Can you listen me? Andreas? Oh. I think we have some problems with the internet in Germany. I'm waiting Mr. Andreas come again. We have some questions and everybody can make questions to Mr. Andreas about the medicines from Manaus-AQUARIUM. Is what we use here and in Portugal and also in Brazil. And everybody can make questions. And we want to have 1 hour of live chat. Of course, if is not no troubles with the internet in Germany. I think Mr. Andreas is. Oh, it's come again.
So Hugo.
Oh, hello.
Yes.
Hello. Some
Yes.
problems there with internet.
I'm coming back.
That's okay.
It was by internet problem. Yes.
No problem.
I don't know where I stopped or where we stopped. Yes. So we are studying.
Yeah.
We are studying the problems by the wild caught fish, and so it was the start to think about what kind of disease of the fish we have, the problems. And then I think in 2001, 2001 to 2006, we was working, MANAUS-AQUARIUM was working with the University of Düsseldorf, Germany. We was working together with a professor, parasitologue, a parasitic professional person on the University Düsseldorf. And so we have sell some research products against fish disease from this company, from the university. It was Alpha Biocare. Yes, and the last step of MANAUS-AQUARIUM was starting in 2007. And so we have 2 laboratories. We are made research, science research in 2 laboratories, one in the Netherlands, and most of the work is in Germany. We are have here laboratory, and we are was hard working by research. And then it was coming the products, you know, Bilosil, Octosil, Trichosal, Manasil. The products Octosil was coming in, I think, 2010 on the market or on the world market.
Great, great.
Yes.
We have another question. Andreas, you received some of our fish from Portugal last Monday. Tell me,
Yes.
usually do you do this job with other companies, breeders, exporters? They can contact you and what's going on with the fish they keep?
Yes.
Hello?
We are, yes, you understand?
Yeah. I think we are listening.
Yes. Yes.
Have you listened my question?
Yes, I have heard it. Yes. So yes, we are looking. We get every week, I think, for 5 or 6 times, we get fish from breeders to have a look in our research. What happened? What kind of disease we can find, and so yes. And so it is also our work to look to the fish disease and find out what happened with the fish. And also we get from your company, from Portugal, last week fish. And so, yes, we have a look to the fish.
So is usually you do that work. So any company,
Yes.
any exporter can send fish to MANAUS-AQUARIUM and you make the research.
Yes.
Great.
That's right.
But because perhaps many people don't know that.
Yes.
Okay, great. Tell me, Andreas, what is the big difference between the Bilosil and Bilosil sensitive?
Yes. In Bilosil sensitive, there is the quantity of one drug not so high. It is a drug, Bilosil and Bilosil sensitive, or the have two drugs inside. It is praziquantel and rafoxanid. And so in Bilosil sensitive, the quantity of rafoxanid is a little bit less, or is not so much like in Bilosil. So it is better for aquarium with combined with many kinds of fish, of guppies, galah, some catfish, and sensitive is for small fish, for baby fish, young fish, and also for aquarium with various kinds of fishes. And so it is better by the treatment, and is better for sensitive fish. Like catfish are very sensitive, so you have to take Bilosil sensitive.
Okay. Our last question for now. Exosal, Tell me, it's a new medicament. Can you speak a
Yes.
little bit about Exosal?
Yes. Exosal was coming in this, I think, February in this year, 2020, because you have sometimes a problem and aquarium people which are not so profi, they have the problem to identify the diseases. And so for this, we have make the product Exosal. You can everything what is happened on the skin and what you can see the disease your skin on the skin is like odinium, you can see ichtio, you can see some diseases on the skin. And if the fish also like if they have bacteria on the fleets, so this you can see by your eyes, macroscopic, we say in the medicine, macroscopic scene. And then by these problems, and you don't know what exactly happened with the fish for these people and for these fish diseases, so we make the product Exosal. And there is also a specialty by Exosal. There is no kinds of copper. Copper is in one product very, very small kind of copper, a kind of chemical copper in Tricosal. You can treat every catfish with Tricosal, no problems. But if you don't want take a product with every kind of copper, so you can get Exosal. It is very good for the health for the fish.
Good, good. We have a question from Slovenia. When is able to buy Manaus medicine in Slovenia? That is a question you cannot
Yes.
answer because depend of the shops in Slovenia can ask you to buy medicines. But
Yes, we can send an email, and so we can send directly to the jobs to Slovenia. No
of
problem.
course, of course. Another question from France, Fabrice. I want to know if I have to do the 3 treatments, Bilosil, Octosil, and Ledamisil, to remove parasites. It's important to make the 3 medicaments.
Yes, I think it is necessary that you have a stop and you have a stop for 1 week after every treatment. You understand?
Yeah.
And
And
now it is happened with yes.
and it's important to make the 3 medicaments to remove all kind of
Yes, if you if this kinds you can treat by Bilosil. I think first the Mr. Fabrice Chevalier first we have to treat with Bilosil. Then after Bilosil he stops for 1 week. Then the next is Levamisil. Also he stops after the treatment 1 week, and then I think for the last treatment he take Octosil against protozoa, flagellates, and bacteria in stomach.
Great, great. I don't know if you can see the questions in your computer.
Yes, I see it. I see.
Oh, so we have another question for Mauritius. Have been using Manaus product from last for past 3 years, and any chance for developing the medicine from with antibiotics?
I don't understand. What he family from Mauritius have been using for past. I don't know what he wants to take antibiotics. I don't know.
Yes, I don't understand if it's to mix the antibiotics or if Manaus Aquarium
No,
is
no, no,
creating new?
no, no. Principially, it is no mixing of medicaments with other drugs or something, and also not mixing Manaus products, Manaus Aquarium products together. Also, no mixing.
But
Only treat step by step.
yeah, but Manaus Aquarium don't have any antibiotic, right?
No, we have no antibiotics. No, any. No.
Okay. Good question from Giorgio from Italia. I use.
Okay.
Can he use below seal sensitive with baby discos?
Yes, no problem. This,
No problem.
yes, this is okay. No
Great,
problem.
great.
Pilotil sensitive is for this kind of treatment for baby fish.
Another question. This comes from Macedonia. What do you think about capillaria and how
Yes, and he
we can
also
cope
asked
with capillaria?
garlic.
Yeah,
Yes, what do you think about? Yes, capillaria is very strong, and it is yes, difficult to treat, and you need a very good product. You need levermethil from Manaus Aquarium, and this is a good. I think to treat with garlic, I think it is not so good opinion or not so good thing.
capillary is one of the most difficult flagellates
It is
to
difficult.
stop.
I think it is more difficult than Gyrodactylus and Dactylobürus. It is a capillaria infection is not so nice, but you can get away. You can stop it by levermethil.
Yeah. The fish you have seen from us, the fish you have received in last Monday, they don't have any kind of capillaria or gyrodactylus.
No, there was yes. This the fish from last Monday we get from Santarem. Discus have it was in a very good condition. There was no Dactylogyrus, Gyrodactylus, and also no protozoa inside. It was free of this problematic parasites. It was free of the parasites.
Yeah, I'm very happy when you tell me. Another question.
Yes.
I want to ask if you suggest any of your medicine for discus wiring, special to wild discus. We have a lot of fish with this disease, and we try everything. We have talked about this in the last live chat in Instagram, but it's the
Yes.
crazy discus. So, do you have any suggest?
You think what kind of disease? With the spin.
Yeah.
With the spin. Yes. We we know these problems. We know these problems, and I think it is my opinion, my personal opinion. It is like a neurologic problem by the discus fish, and so now at this time we are looking in our research department to find more out about these problems, and but I don't think that we have some anatomic changes in the fish. I don't think so. I think it is a neurologic problem.
Problem. Okay.
Yes.
Another question. Sometimes when you're using below seal, adult fish, some strange, are more sensitive for the treatments, like the red covers. They are super sensitive, and some even die.
By Bilusil or by Bilusil sensitive or by both? I don't.
I
By
think
both products.
is from below seal, just below seal.
Yes, Bilusil. Yes, it is. Bilusil is can make problem by small fish.
Small fish.
Yes, red covers. What kind? I must say,
It's a strain of Discus. It's like red cover is like red melon, but
okay.
without the facial.
Red cover Discus. Yes, I see. Yes. I think this was adult Discus with the problems, or young, very young Discus from Mr. Pilgrim.
I come again with the question from Tanush Papati from Greece. I suppose it's from Greece. We are collaborate Santarem Discos with MANAUS-AQUARIUM to try to find the way to finish with this disease. But this is like the virus now in the human, the coronavirus. It's going to take time to find a way and to stop with this, right?
Yes. You can think, and this is also interesting for the clients now on the live chat. From start of research for a product like Bilosil or Octosil, it's only an example. It needs 2 or 4 years that it is ready for the market. It is pharmaceutical products, good pharmaceutical products needs time. It is if we start in the research department to make a product against flagellates or something. So it needs 2 or 4 years if it is ready.
So all medicaments MANAUS-AQUARIUM have takes the same time, takes 2 to 4 years to put the medicine in the markets, right?
Yes. I think, yes, the shortest time, if it is we are going very hurry, so I think 1 year. 1 year is necessary, 1-2 years. But Bilosil, because in the past, we have in the past some products from also other companies against monogenea, and so we was starting to make the best or one of the best products, and so this was 4 years of research. From I think we were starting with the work on Bilosil in 2007. It was the start, and it was ready for the market 2010. This is only an example.
Yeah. Yes. So with urgent, perhaps in 1 year you can find the way to stop with this disease. But that disease happens, like we have talked about that. We are speaking about that in the last chat. In also in the hybrid domestic Discus, you have seen this problem. The crazy.
Yes, I have yes. I have also seen by domestic Discus years ago. If you have the fish, younger fish from German breeders, and they have perhaps in I think 40 or 50 fish in a 200 small baby fish Discus in a small tank, 200-liter tank, and there are some of the small fish was getting also this problem.
So not just the
white. I remember. Yes, I remember. It was I think 10 centimeter fish.
Yeah.
Also,
young one. Okay.
Yes, 8 centimeters. Yes.
We have another question. Do you have a treatment from swim bladder problems? Fish hanging upside down. I think is when the fish stay like that. You know.
Yes, I know. Yes, I know. Yeah. Yes. Also, this is a very hard problem, and by this, if it is this disease is starting, you can try with Octosil. So we have by cold water fish, by like a goldfish. We have also this problem, and we have in the laboratory we have cure the fish by octosil, because
Okay.
this swim bladder problem is most of this problem is by bacteria and intestinal bacteria, and so you can try if it is starting, if this problem is coming, you have very quick start with octosil, and it can be that this helps. It is
Okay.
it is a big problem. You can only try it. You can try it.
Of course. Of course. Thank you. Another questions I think comes from Asia. Once treatment fish with Bilosil and Levamisil and Octosil, should we make another treatment after some times of, or one time treatment is okay? It's a good question because many people
This is
ask me about this.
yes, yes. If you have
What
in quarantine, you have treat the fish with Bilosil, Levamisil, and perhaps Octosil, and then you have no sign of other kind of disease. You don't have to treat more. I think it is ready.
yeah, okay.
Yes.
Another one. Um, we see that when one fish starts after 10, 12 days, start the next in the main tank. Also, only the salt was affected. About 80 grams per liter is a lot. And no feeding for 8
Okay.
days. But after the treatment, the fish start feeding again 1 month. Well, I'm gonna speak about my experience with this problem. Sometimes we have in Santarem in Amazon this, and after try some medicaments, I use levamisil with salt and put in another aquarium. Sometimes just put in another aquarium, the fish stop and it's okay in the beginning. Other times the fish don't stop, and we use levamisil and salt and no light, of course. And 99% of the fish they recover and they don't have this kind of problem. It's a moment they are crazy, and after this treatment during 6 days the fish are okay. But I don't have so many fish like that. Um, what's happened? I know for many people who speak about this. Sometimes the change of water and different quality of water and a different of pH when they make change of water, pH and conductivity different. The fish win some stress, and when the fish win stress, sometimes it's crazy and don't non-stop, you know. But it's very difficult to tell why this happened. Well, this is Andreas, a question in Spanish, but it's someone who say in Spanish. I like to listen what you have to say, but in Spanish. And guys, it's very important to understand this. I'm Portuguese. Mr. Andreas is from Germany, and we cannot speak in Germany or in Portuguese or in Spanish because we need to use the English because it's the international language, and we cannot make live shots in just one language. If not, come guys from China, Japan, and everybody wants the in different language. It's impossible. It's impossible. Well, Andreas, tell me, because I have sometimes I have some curiosity. Um, the octosil, it's a medicament a little hard for the fish or not?
Not normally not. We have started octosil to sell octosil, I think, in 2010, and we was changing something to make it better, to make it a little bit sensitive in 2013, and now the last revision of this product was in 2015, and I think it is very good for all kinds of fish, also catfish, sensitive fish, and young fish, discus fish. There is, I think, no problem.
No problem. Great. Should we treat discus preventively with the products octocil, evamicil, and bilocil? It's that the usually question. Perhaps you also have many times in your email. The people make one time and they ask if they need to make more times. And what do you think?
Yes, I think if you have no sign of diseases by the fish, you can, I think, to make a general cure of bilocil, it is good against monogenea, and that you not get the monogenea from your quarantine tank in the normal aquarium with the other fishes. But if there are no problems with the fish in the quarantine, I think it is not necessary to cure them.
Make again, yeah.
To treat, yes.
When I ask,
but you can stop, please stop one moment. If you have, if you are, if it is possible for the aquarium people to have the faces to have a look for the eggs of capillaria, perhaps, and you see that the fish have problems with capillaria. You can see by microscopic the eggs, and also in the quarantine, it is necessary to treat the fish against it.
With levamisil?
Yes.
Yes. I have one question, but I have one for you. Sometimes the fish are all okay, like you see in your place in MANAUS-AQUARIUM. My fish don't have any kind of disease or parasites or flagellates or worms. But if one fish makes some feces, white feces, you think can be a problem?
Yes. It shows not what the fish has, or you cannot, by the white feces, you cannot see the kind of disease. Perhaps by microscopic you can see it, but only you see something happened inside. If you see the white feces, so there is some problem inside in the fish. Only this you can see by this sign.
So the best way is.
And so it can be Bandwürmer. One moment, I was Cestoden. So you can have, but by this white faces, it can be Cestoda, inside Trematoda, Trematodes, Cestodes, or also Capillaria, or Camallanus, perhaps also.
But that we just can tell you what is it with the white feces in microscope, right? Yes. Because it can be many things, right?
Yes, it is only a sign of a problem. White feces there is a problem with the fish, and normally the fish don't eat by these problems, don't eat good, and so it is. One moment. Yes, it is a general inflammation of the intestine. General inflammation of the intestine. Yes.
So it can be a parasite or not?
Yes. bacteria, problem with bacteria inside, or also with parasites.
But it's
If you
important.
see the white, yes.
Tell me, sorry, don't stop. Tell me.
Yes,
What
no
you wanna
problem.
say?
Is it? If you see the white faces there, it shows you there is something wrong in the fish, and so you must look at home a little bit, research or by microscopic. So then you must find out what happened, or by a veterinarian doctor. Most by breeding fish, I think, yes, breeding Discus. It is, and if the fish are in the tank since 2 years perhaps, and most of them problems are by flagellates and bacteria. So you can treat it with octocil, but you cannot be sure that it is. It can be also nematodes or trematodes.
Yeah. But my advice all the time is when the people contact me because they have white faces or something like that, I say, oh, take times looking well for the fish next week. Don't put medicaments right now because sometimes it's something for 1 day, 2 days, and at a certain day it's the fish is okay, and start the normal phases. So many people when they see something because well they all the time they are worried with the fish, and when they see something like white faces they start putting medicaments, and I think that is not so correct. They need time to see, or if they have a microscope they can see in microscope the white faces, but don't put at the same time medicaments and medicaments. Take a little.
Yes, and this is
Isn't it?
fine.
That is my opinion.
Yes, also I say also we get every day at the telephone hotline, we have clients, and the clients are asking here by MANAUS-AQUARIUM. And so if I speak with the client, I say by the fish, the problems by themselves goes nowhere. If you have a cat or a dog, and like a human, like people, you are going on in bed for 2 days, and the problems goes away. You understand? But
Of course.
by the fish, he is in the medium aquarium. He cannot go out. He cannot like catch a cold. He goes in the room, and then the problems goes away. The fish is inside in this problems in the water with the problems and everything. And so I think something must be changed. If they have problems, the fish, you have to treat them, or you have some to add better the water, or yes, or a new group of fish, or a new kind of aquarium. So it missed some. It have something to happen, have something to do with the fish. So to yes,
Because it's very difficult to have all the fish clean. It's I think sometimes I think it's impossible because I have more than 1,000 fish here, and I suppose all the fish are okay. But tomorrow one fish can comes with a white faces, and well, it's not because that I gonna separate and make medicaments. I just looking for that fish the next days, and just focusing this fish if he's okay next 2, 3, 5 days. If the fish still have the problem with white faces, yes, I separate and I make a medicine. If not, sometimes it's nothing. It's my opinion,
I think if you are engaged aquarium people with high class discus fish like discus from Santarem, so it is good if you have a apotheke at home, and with the product which is specially for the problems what discus fish get. So I think and the product from MANAUS-AQUARIUM you can use for 5 years. It is very good from the quality of chemical pharmaceutic quality. The products are good for 5 years, and so I think Bilosil against worm disease or Bilosil sensitive, Octosil and Levamisil and Trichosal. I think this four is good if every fish holder, aquarium people have this at home, and he can,
Yeah.
if he sees a problem, he can very quickly start with treatment. This is
Yeah.
a very good. This is my opinion.
Yeah. Me either. Another question from Belgium. Niels, how are you? If do you full treatment with Bilosil, Octosil, or Levamisil, in what order do you use this product? What is your advice? The first,
Yes, I think I told it before. I think yes, you can start Bilosil, or you can start. You have what is, if you can see it, what is the most problem of this fish, and so I think you start Bilosil against monogenea, the flat and skin worms, and then you can treat with Levamisil. And normally, I think perhaps you don't need Octosil, because if you cure and treat against the worms, intestine worms, and the worms are away, yes, it is good, or the fish is going good after this. And if you see after the worm treatment, Levamisil, Octosil, and you see air problems also, then you can treat by Octosil if they have after this treatment, Levamisil, Bilosil, after this they have white faces.
the best way for take the medicaments for the water, the best way is use carbon, UV, or just change of water. What do you think? To take out the medicament from the water.
I think it is not so expensive. It is the best way. I think change water.
Change water.
It is cheap and
Yeah.
good. Change water, and I think sometimes also the people have big problems with the fish, and they treat with this product and treat with this. And so I'm speaking with the people and I say, make for 3 days. First day 90% or 80% water changing. Second day also, every day for 3 or 4 days, give the people gives the fish new water, and then also you can see the fish likes this, and the problems can going away. And also after medicament treatment, make 1 or 2 or 3 water changes.
Yeah. Another question. I think it's from Hong Kong or Taiwan. What cause the fish to have a bacteria boom? What is the cause?
Yes.
Why problems with
I
bacteria?
don't. Yes, you can. If
Different fish from different places.
yes, different fish from different places, and also breeding fish with wild caught fish, perhaps. So it can be, or you can get bacterial problems, but I think it is. I am not sure. And this also by the research we are not sure
Yeah,
about this.
of course. A question from Greece.
The defense of the fish. I think it is more a problem of the defense of the fish. Some fish are in a good condition; they have no problems. If they are, he is coming together with bacteria, with other kind of bacteria, and it is like human people. and some individuals have problems, and if they see there other kinds of bacteria in the water, they get problems. You cannot say give there a general answer for this problem.
Yeah, it's difficult to say. Also, you tell me
Yes,
one
this is
time.
difficult.
Also, you have to tell me one time one of our chats, because sometimes we speak
Yes.
together. You tell me to see bacterials is important to have a very good microscope with a
Yes.
power microscope, right? To found some bacterials in the fish.
Yes, and you have some kinds of by the research. One moment. Um, I have internet problem. One moment.
No problem. We have time.
Internet. Yes, you need. It is not only the microscope, but you need some methods of science to see the problems. It is you need a laboratory. It is not enough a microscope.
Of course.
It's not enough.
So it's a
it
hard.
is there was from it yes, and also I have a very nice from a professor from the university. He says also it is not only the microscope, it is also the person behind the microscope. You understand? And not only the microscope.
Exactly.
Yes, you need many years also of experience uh, by this work.
I have a question also. It's many people ask me if they give to the discos and domestic, hybrid, the wilds doesn't matter. The food is most of the time is beef heart. It's not. I know it's not you are not focused in the nutrition, of course. The focus is in the medicines, but just beef heart is not good for the fish, right? The liver. Sometimes you liver.
It is not a physiologic. It's not a physiologic because there are some biologics have look in the stomach from this white cord discus, and so you find there something from insects, also plants. Oh, you are online. You are online.
Yes. I'm here.
Hugo. Yes.
I'm here. I'm here.
Discus in wild caught discus in the nature. They eat plants from plants, insects, small worms, small crabs, but not a grilled beef. And yes, and so beef is beef heart is rich on proteins, and so it is good for breeding to make very problem. So to make to get in a short time big fish, big for breeders, can have a short time a big or adult fish, but to grow up that the fish is coming big. So, but I think perhaps 10 or 20% of the food for the discourse or in the week. Okay, some people like to feed the fish with beef herd, but I don't prefer, or I don't. My opinion is to give. It is not physiologic.
Good idea.
Food. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Flakes and grams. I think it's much better because they are equilibrate.
Yes.
They are okay. One last
Or
question.
frozen, some frozen, also frozen food,
Artemia.
frozen food.
Yeah.
Yes, Artemia is very good, and some it is a good mixing of Artemia, flax, and not only one kind of food.
Of course.
We have a palette of many kinds of plants, and also like in some days, Enchytrea is also very good for the disco. Yes.
Well, is the example is like the human, like you and me. We need to mix it the different kind of foods. We cannot just eat.
Yes, I don't want to eat every day a steak.
Of course,
Yes.
me either. So
Yes.
we need to change with fish, with some vegetables. Well, the fish is the same.
Yes. Yes.
This question I think you have answered, but okay. Do you suggest one medication per 6 months or a year for cleaning the anti-worming, or only when you see some symptoms?
Yes, yes, yes. I think 10 years ago, we say it is not bad. It is not bad to make a bilusil cure against skin and flatworms. If you have no problems with the fish, you can make skin and flatworm cure one in 1 year. 1 in 1 year, because normally in this, well, every month or some months you get a new fish, a new perhaps catfish or something, and so then there can be comes inside, so comes inside some problems.
Yeah.
I think not a general cure, not a general treatment, not a general treatment every year with levamisil, and also not with octosil. But I think if you want with bilusil sensitive, I think if you have no problems, it is good if you have only some gillworms or flatworms. So I think it is not bad if you make by bilusil sensitive.
One time in a year, or each 6 months.
Yes, yes,
Of
yes.
course.
Yeah,
Oh,
in the year, not all 6 months, but for one time in the year. Yes.
yes, of course, and also we both know the treatments and all we put in the water, any kind of medicaments, make stress in the fish. So we don't need to put all
Yes.
the time medicaments inside the water of the aquarium. It's something that people need to understand, that because sometimes the fish don't die for the problem they have, but they die for too much medicaments and too much drugs in the water.
Yes, 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 yes. And I know it from the clients and the people, but it is very, very bad to mix. So they get, I think, from one or two other companies of aquarium products, the product against monogenea or products against flagellates, and so they starting with XXX product, so they don't see a result after 2 days, so they are taking from the next company, put it inside, perhaps without water change, so they see not a result. And so for the last time, after 5 or 6 treatments, they take MANAUS-AQUARIUM, and so this is not good. This is not the way.
Of course, of course not. Of course not. But you know, this is a market, and sometimes the people don't have good advice, and sometimes they don't know what they need to make. Well, I'm here all the time asking by private message for people who ask me things about what they need to make, and my opinion is well. Don't make nothing right now. You can make a change of water, and next days you just looking and observe the fish, and then you come to me and tell me if the fish are better or they really need to any medicament. So go step by step. Don't be crazy and put everything you have in the water. If another
There is
question,
another question.
yes.
Yes.
If you
Yes, I
treat against flagellates, some people do supporting treatments against intestinal bacteria. This is a good idea. What product from Manaus do you prefer for this?
Short answer, Octosil. Octosil is against intestinal bacteria and flagellates, protozoa.
Okay.
You have to take Octosil.
Okay. And you think when you advise Octosil, is the 6 days is important to make, of the 4 days is the most important?
I think it's the best way, and so we see it by the research. Also, it is the best way to make it for the 6 days, like the leaflet. You see it in the leaflet how to treat the fish. After 3 days, it is going to help. After 3 days of the third day, you can see a result. Often, or in many cases, you see the result of Octosil after 10 days. Also, it is working also after the water changing. We have it inside in the fish. The pharmaceutical drugs are inside, and so if you have the problems, the fish, and you treat with Octosil, wait 14 days, and then often you see the result after 14 days.
40.
14 days.
14 days. So in 14
after
days.
14 days, you treat for 1 week. You treat 1 week, 6 days. You make a big water change, and then perhaps you see not the result because you have the fish have also the problems. But wait, because the drugs are inside, the pharmaceutical chemical drugs, and so it is working in the fish also after the treatment.
Right.
And so you can make a new treatment of Octosil, I think, after 14 days, perhaps 3 weeks, if it is necessary.
If it's necessary, of course.
Yes.
Okay, so we have another question from Nelson, but is one of the questions I think you have answered. It's about the people needs to make many medicine or just when the fish have problems. Mr. Andreas have tell us, and we gonna see these live shots gonna be recorded in Facebook and also in YouTube, and we can see all the questions anytime. But about this, Nelson, you don't need to make all the time medicines to the fish, just when they are really necessary, and well, when the fish is not okay, or when you have new fish, don't use so much medicament because it's not good for the fish, and it's not good for the water. Andreas, just one, because you are near 1 hour in a live shot. One question from me: your medicines, the Levamistil, Octosil, Bilosil, they kill many bacteria in the filter?
No.
Bilosil
and Octosil, Bilosil and Levamistil, absolutely not. Octosil can reduce perhaps maximum 5% of the bacteria, but there you have no effects in the aquarium. You don't see some changes, or there is not changing something. There are not problems with this.
Not anyone, Bilosil, Octosil. Okay.
Yes, I say Bilosil, Octosil can reduce for 4 or 5% the bacteria in the filter. Not by every treatment, but perhaps it can. But there you have no effects. You understand?
I understand.
get there. No problems by this.
So levamisile, no problems. Not this that 5% with levamisile is no kind of problems. Is different levamisile, of course, than levamisole, right? Levamisole is one thing. Levamisile is another.
Levamisole is a drug. Levamisile is a pharmaceutical product, and there is also there's inside levamisole hydrochloride, but the pure drug is not good for the fish. You have to have a galenic in the pharmaceutic. You have a galenic, and this is what then you can treat the fish.
Okay, Mr. Andreas, we have the 1 hour passed very quick.
Okay.
Is a lot of questions. I think you are tired. We have the weekend near us, so it's time to rest. Mr. Andreas, thanks a lot for accept my invite and speak in this page of Facebook. It's a pleasure.
Also, yes, thank you.
It's a pleasure all the time when you have time to speak with me. All the time I'm learning a lot with your know-how. And once and again, thanks a lot for coming for this live chat.
Okay, thank you also. Bye-bye.
Have a good weekend. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, guys. We finished this live chat with Mr. Andreas. It's a pleasure to have with us someone who made a big company. MANAUS-AQUARIUM is one of the best medicaments company in the world. The products are really good. We made all the quarantines with in Amazon and also in Portugal with MANAUS-AQUARIUM. All the time we use the Bilocil, levamisile, and octocil. Is how our fish are clean. And last Monday we sent some fish from Portugal to Mr. Andreas and his staff, looking in microscope and open the fish. And we are really happy when a message come from here by Skype, and he tell Hugo, I never see fish so clean like yours. So you make a very good quarantine, and your fish are perfect health. So it's just to fish attention. I have more than 1,000 here, so that too are really nice and perfect health. So guys, we're gonna finish here, and we come soon. I hope with someone from BioHome to speak about the BioHome, the new media filtration, who I have a good success now in this farm in Portugal. And I hope someone from BioHome comes here to a live chat. We don't have a date, an hour, but soon we're gonna put in this Facebook page. Thanks everybody to come to this live chat and participate with some questions. We have more than 1,000 of people looking what we speaking, and soon this is going to be also in YouTube, and you can check what we have talking here during 1 hour. Guys, have a good weekend, and anything you need is just send me a private message, okay? Have a good weekend to all. Kiss to all. Bye-bye.